Yes, sir. I'm temperamental, sir. Means I cannot keep my moods constant, sir.
Very
Sometimes I feel bad, sometimes I feel happy, and these
like
fluctuations occurs with. Yes, sir.
you are kind of moody person, huh?
Yes, sir. And these fluctuations occurs without no reason, sir. I don't know
No,
why it
there
occurs.
no, there is reason. Your age must be a reason. Remember, I mean, when you are teenager, teenagers they have this bipolar disease. Bipolar means that there are mood swings. Sometimes you are very happy, and sometimes like you decide to start gym, and then
Yes,
you
sir.
say, okay, now I will go to another hobby. And then when you start that, you say you get bored with it and you start something new. So these
Yes, sir.
mood swings, it's just because of this bipolar disease. So what
And sir,
you do is that you go and search bipolar disease, okay?
yes, sir. Yes.
You will
And
have
sir, the
an,
last one,
uh,
and the last one, I always maintain a servile attitude. Here
okay,
it means that I show obedience to, I try to show obedience to each and every person what I can do for him,
very
and
good.
it gives
That's
me, and it gives me a personal satisfaction when I do something for other people and they
very good.
feel it good.
Very good, very good, excellent.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. This Roshni Gul, are you there? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So you use three adjective, positive and negative about yourself, or just one?
Sir, I'm friendly,
Okay,
mature,
right.
and sometimes humorous.
Humorous, sometimes humorous. Okay, and negative. Is there any negative adjective?
Some negative adjectives about me.
Yes.
Mm,
You can say that the negative adjective about me is that I don't have any negative adjective.
no, sir, this is not possible.
No, some people say they are perfect, and that is the biggest kind of negative adjective.
Sir, I have this really bad habit of being like bossy. I want something, when I say something, I want that everyone should follow that. A bit of
Okay. Now, this is very good. This is not really a negative kind of adjective, but yes, like for example, there are different types of leadership. If you know, there is a democratic leadership, there is a dictator leadership. Okay, so like there are people that they lead people in different ways. Some people are leaderless. Leaderless is that they don't want to be, they are actually leaders, but they let people decide and do the stuff. So it's not really a negative one, but yes, okay, fine. Okay, is there anybody else want to say it, or just we start the class? Huh? Yeah,
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
sorry, man, I got disconnected.
okay.
Hello?
Who is this?
Hello?
Stop. Yes, yes, hello. We can hear you.
Okay, sir. Sir, I just wrote these adjectives, the positive personality and the negative
Yes, so quickly just tell
adjectives
us. Just
regards to Imran Khan,
okay.
Prime Minister Imran Khan.
Very good, very good. Okay, just
So
tell us.
the first one is witty.
Yes, he is witty.
Sir, he is a witty
How
person.
can you say he's witty?
Uh, I'm further explaining, sir.
Okay.
He thinks with mind.
जब पानी आता है तो बारिश आता है
That
जब
is
बारिश
That was the Bilawal said, not in the case of Imran Khan.
okay.
He thinks with mind. He was an intelligent sportsman in cricket and a
Yeah.
witty politician, intelligent and in
Okay.
politics. He is
Yeah.
very clever. He knows how to deal with politicians. The
Okay.
second positive personality is the he is a brave person.
Very
He
good.
has been through every thick and thin of life. He
Mhm.
never loses temper. Are
Yes.
persistent and tough in every field of life.
Very
The
good.
third one is kind, very
Okay.
kind-hearted. He is soft-hearted, he helps poor and orphans. He established Shaukat Khanam Cancer Hospital for needy people.
Very good.
And then
Very
the
good.
negative adjectives. The first one is bossy,
Okay.
doesn't listen to other politicians, doesn't
Right.
pay any heed towards his fellows, a
Right.
dominant personality, and
Oh,
one-man army, acts as a boss in his party.
right.
And the second one is aggressive,
Mm.
very harsh on
Okay.
his party members.
Uh,
He never gives any second chance to his colleagues in dealing the affairs concerned.
very
And the
good.
third one is our critical our critical because he takes very harsh and aggressive stance on small mistakes ever committed by his party members, never
Mm.
ignores any negligence subconsciously committed by his fellows.
Very good.
Like,
Excellent.
yes.
Excellent. Very, very good. Zabardast. Okay. And yesterday I told you to go and search these personality disorders. And did you guys go and search it? Huh? Who did that? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, but
No one
I
did it,
was
sir.
not, but I wasn't
No.
present in the last class.
Okay, yesterday we talked about these personality disorders, and when you
There is one
go,
disorder, bipolar disorder, in which a person have two personalities. Like at times he will be a very happy and
yes,
fun-loving, and the next time he will be angry at any random thing,
right,
at the very next moment. Then there are schizophrenic, I think.
yes, schizophrenic,
Schizophrenic,
very good.
uh, they they are like they are full time. They are in a hyperactive mood. They are full time angry. They will throw things.
Okay,
If that is a severe case, that is something I have read in my second year psychology book.
very good. So you studied psychology, huh? And so what I just told them yesterday is that go and read about these personality disorders. When you do that, you learn a lot of new adjectives because we are talking about adjectives. Okay, let's start. Yesterday, we talked about adjectives and different degrees of adjectives. You knew that, I know. For example, the superlative or the comparative degrees, we studied that, right? You remember it. Like, for example, you already know it that two syllable words take more and most with it, but then there are certain two syllable adjectives that takes er or yeah, est with it. So yesterday we talked about it in detail. Today I will upload that video, so whoever missed the class, they can go and watch it. So today we are talking about phrase, adjective phrases, okay? Now, you know what phrases are. We talked about phrases, and then there are noun phrase, there are adverb phrase, adjective phrase, preposition phrases. So today we are talking about adjective phrase. Do you see your screen? I've shared this file with you on the screen.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So if you see this, there are these phrases. Number one is like when I say quite old. So what is this? This is adjective phrase. Number one, quite old. And the second one is moderately expensive. So this is again adjective phrase, and the complex adjective phrase is quite moderately long in the arms. Now, first you have to understand what adverb is, because Like we use in adjective phrase, we use this adverbs. So I know you know adverbs. It modifies adjectives. You know that, right? It modifies adverbs. We will be studying adverbs in detail later on, but for now you should know that adverbs modifies three things. It modifies adjectives, it modifies verbs, and it also modifies another adverb. Like for example, if I say he is very fast, what is this fast? Tell me quickly, please. What is
Adverb. Very is
no,
also adverb.
no. What is fast?
Both you can
Fast.
say use it in
Adjective.
sentence.
Fast is
Adjective.
Adjective.
adjective, remember. Fast is now how fast he is. He is very fast. So this very is adverb, remember. Do you get it? Now, if I say he runs fast, what is this fast?
Adverb.
Yes, it is adverb. Now, this fast here is adverb, this one. This is adverb. And if I say he is very fast, if I use here very, what is this very?
Adverb.
Yes.
Adverb.
So in the first tense, if you see, he is very fast. So very is modifying adjective, and he runs fast. Here, fast is modifying a verb. How fast, right? Or like for yes. So it modifies here. This adverb modifies a verb. And then if I say he is very fast, so very is modifying another adverb. So adverbs basically modifies three things. It modifies adjectives, it modifies verbs, and it modifies another adverb. So in adjective phrase, we mostly have these adverbs, remember. Like for example, if in the first, if you see this quite is adverb, quite. Now, how old? Quite old. Or for example, very old. So very or quite is an adverb and it is called adjective phrase. Or for example, moderately expensive. So what is moderately is again adverb. This is again adverb, right? And where is the adjective in the third phrase? Can anybody tell me? Where is the adjective in this one? The last one.
Moderate.
No, moderately is this one is
Quite
adjective.
Long.
long.
Yes, long is an adjective. And if you see this one, so there is adverb, there are two adverbs, see? Now, this adverb modifies long and quite modifies moderately. How moderately? Quite moderately. And how long? Moderately long. And in the arms is, what is in the arms? This is called prepositional phrase, right? Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
So if you see modifiers, like whatever modifies adjective is mostly these two. Prepositional phrases also modifies adjectives and adverbs. They are adverbs, like for example, sorry, this adverbs, degree of adverbs. So whenever we make a phrase, any adjective which is modified by this degree adverbs and prepositional phrases, it makes a adjective phrase. So in adjective phrase, we have mostly these two, adverbs and prepositional phrases. Remember this, okay? Do you get it? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Now, how these adverbs and these preposition work in adjective phrase is number one, like we can put it before the noun and we can put it after the noun sometimes. So most adjectives can occur both before and after the noun, remember. Like for example, if you see these attributive attributive adjectives, like for example, this one, right? In the first example, if you see this blue, okay? Blue is an adjective. And so blue sea, wait a second, this is blue sea. So what is this blue is an adjective and it modifies this sea. What kind of sea? Blue sea. So blue is an adjective. So and attributive adjectives always occur before noun. Remember, see, all these are nouns. So sometimes I told you that it's very important. You have to understand it that sometimes it can occur before the noun and sometimes it occurs after the noun. Remember, so we'll be doing that. So attributive adjectives mostly takes adjectives before it, before the noun, right? Do you get it? It's very simple, right? Like for example, nice jacket, okay, or small room. So these are attributive adjectives. And then there are these predictive adjectives. Predictive adjectives, like they occur after verb, not immediately after noun, remember. Like for example, if you see the sea is blue, now this blue adjective or old adjectives, they occur after the noun, remember, or after the verb. See, this is the noun. This is the noun. And is what? Sorry. These are nouns.
Stative verb.
Yes, very good. Stative verbs. So if you remember, I told you that stative verbs always take this adjectives. And these are called adjectives. So you know that adjective phrases are like we can have these predictive adjectives and attributive adjectives. Attributive adjectives, the adjectives comes before noun, and the predictive adjectives uh, comes after the verb and after the noun, right? So immediately, not immediately after the noun, but after the verb, right? And this is very simple, I guess. But you should know these names. Remember why I'm doing it? So that you should know these names, what is predictive adjectives and what is these attributive adjectives. And then there is this, another one is post-positive adjective. Now, post-positive adjectives are very unique. They immediately come after like the after noun, like immediately after noun. For example, this is an adjective, and this governor is a noun. So see, it can come immediately after, but not every adjectives. Remember, not every adjectives comes after immediately after noun. If you see this, princess is a noun, okay, and this royal is a adjective, right? Or time is the noun and past is an adjective. So again, you have to understand these three kind of adjectives, right? Attributive, predictive, and post-positive adjectives. And the adjectives position is different. Sometimes it is after the noun, sometimes we can put it before the noun, and sometimes we can put it immediately after the noun, right? I think it's clear, right? If you have any question, you
Yes,
can
sir.
ask me, okay? So you have to identify these kind of adjectives. Now, why we are doing it? Because in exams, they will be asking you these things. Now, there are certain adjectives which always comes after noun, and these are this God Almighty. We don't say Almighty God, right? Or President-elect. See, Imran Khan is President-elect, or what? Or if you see, selected is comes before, but elect is come after. Do you get it?
Yes,
Hello?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now this Bilal will always says selected president, prime minister. Like, but if you see this elect word, it can come after the noun and immediately after the noun. We can say he is elected, but we can also say president-elect or prime minister-elect. But we can use selective is before the noun, while this elect can come after the noun. Do you understand three kind of adjectives, positions, like where we put adjectives after the noun, before the noun, and after the verb, and immediately after the noun? Now, what happens is that, uh, wait a second. Okay. And it can also come like with this superlative, we can find these positive adjectives in superlative cases. Like, for example, the shortest route. Now, if you see, this route is what? This route is what is this route?
Is a noun.
Very good. And what is possible?
So it's adjective.
Right. So if you see, this adjectives comes after the noun, immediately after the noun. Now, why? It's just because we have this superlative adjective. So with superlative adjectives, we can have this adjectives after the noun immediately, right? Now, if you see this available, now noun is this, hotel is a noun, right? And available is the adjective. So these adjectives can work together with superlative. So with superlative degrees or attributive adjectives, it can come immediately after the noun. So these three kind of adjectives, positions, the when and how can we put it, or where in the phrase we can put it, is like this. Now, for emphasis, we can also use adjectives after noun, immediately after noun. Like you see this line, uh, there lived an old man, strong and wicked. Now, these are adjectives, and it comes after the after the noun. Oh, noun, man is the noun. And what is this old?
Also an
Adjective.
adjective.
Yes, this is
Attributive adjective.
yes. So see, I told you that adjectives comes before noun, right? But then we can use it for emphasis. Like we can also say this sentence like this: there lived a strong and a wicked old man. So see, the strong and wicked comes before the noun. But for more emphatic, we can use it after or immediately after the noun. So that is why we can have the different positions. So there are rules that they always tell you that the adjectives comes before noun, but then there are these exceptional cases or different styles of writing. So for emphatic or emphasis, you can put adjectives immediately after the noun. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, when I
Yes, sir.
send you this file, you will go and read it. And now when you read, try to understand, try to focus on adjectives, that how the writer uses. So sometimes after the noun, sometimes before the noun, sometimes after the verbs. And what are those called? You should understand the names, or the like know the names as well, because in exams they will ask you about these attributive and different kinds of adjectives. Now, if you see this, the structure of adjectives. Now, the structures of adjectives, like we will discuss this one by one. Okay, number one, if you see this first one. Now, like noun phrase or adverb or verb phrase, it the adjective phrase also has a head, and the head is the adjective. So this is the head or head. Okay. Like for example, in the noun, we have what is the head? The noun. The noun phrase, we have the head, the noun. Or in the the verb phrase, we have the head, the verb. Now here we have the head adjective, and then there is so in this first line we only have the head only. We have only the head. There isn't any modifier. Can you see any modifier? Now, she has a lovely apartment. Now, what kind, like, we cannot say how lovely. There isn't any modifier. So it is just one adjective, and that is called the head, the only adjective in first sentence. Do you understand? Now, in the second one, if you see, this is the adjective, right? Unfortunate. You see that, right? But here we have a pre-modifier. Now, whenever a modifier comes before adjective, it is a pre-modifier. Now, pre-modifier. So the first one has just one head only. And the second one, we have adjective, the head, and the pre-modifier. Do you get it? Please say yes. Just give me feedback.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the first one, we have only one head. In the second sentence, we have the pre-modifier plus the adjective means the head. In the third one, please tell me where is the adjective, please. Shabas. In the third sentence, where is the adjective?
Enough is the adjective.
Which one?
Enough.
No.
Big.
No, so big is the adjective.
Yes, please try to. I didn't explain, like, for I thought you know adjectives. Adjectives always modifies a noun, remember.
Sir, I'm half sleepy.
Okay, so this is adjective, right? And this is also the head of the phrase. Okay. Now, where is the modifier? Where is the modifier?
So
How
there
big?
is,
Enough, sir.
Very
Enough.
good. Enough. And enough is the modifier, and it comes after the adjective, so it is called a post modifier. So in this structure, we have post modifier first, and then we also have a head. A head means so adjective and then post modifier. So the first structure is head only. The second one is the pre-modifier and the adjective or the head. In the third one, shall we see if it's big enough? So big is the head, and post modifier is the enough. Now this enough is an exceptional, that mostly these adverbs comes before adjectives, and they are mostly called pre-modifiers, but enough can also be a post modifier, and that is the only adverb which is a post modifier. We'll talk about it later. Now, if you see the third one, the fourth one, she is advanced for her age. Now, where is the adjective? Yes. Very good. Advance is an
Advanced.
adjective. Advance is an adjective, and that is the head also, because like all other noun phrases or verb phrases, in verb phrase the head is the verb, in noun phrase the head is the noun, and adjective the head is the adjective. So, and what is the modifier? Is there any modifier? Now, how advanced she is? How advanced?
For
Huh?
For her age is
For her age. Now, for her age is the post modifier. So the structure is the head and plus post modifier, right? I think you are getting it, right? It's not that difficult,
Yes.
right? Okay, the fifth one, see the fifth one.
So sir, we are here.
Okay, so you see this sentence, are you willing to volunteer? Now, where is the
Yes.
adjective? Where is the adjective?
willing is the
willing,
adjective.
sir.
Very good, excellent. Now, willing is the adjective, so that is the head. Okay, in an adjective phrase, we have the adjective, the head. And what is this? You see, this one.
Infinitive.
Yes, so this is the complement, remember. It is not a modifier, it is the complement. So to volunteer, and then we have here, it is adjective. So the structure is a little bit different. So it has the adjective, the head, and the complement. So yes. Now, if you see this third one, the another one is he was keen on sports and nature. Now, if you see, where is the adjective?
Sir, keen is an adjective.
Very good. And what are these on? So here we have modifier. Okay. Or for example, I'll make this different, right? I will say he was very keen. Now you see the structure for this will be different. It will, so this is the pre-modifier. This is the adjective.
Safa
This
is
is the,
saying allow her to join the class.
what?
Safa texts me that allow her to join the class.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay, I'm just admitting. Okay. Safa, are you here? Is she here now?
So wait, let me ask her.
Huh?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, so if you see, we in this, he was very keen on sports and nature. Now, the adjective phrase, if you see, we have this very is a pre-modifier. Okay. This very is a pre-modifier, head is the adjective keen, and this one is the complement. So this is the structure. Now what we are doing is that we are breaking it and trying to name it. So if you see the last one, I'm not really sure. Where is the adjective? Where is the head of the adjective phrase? Shabas, quickly tell me, where is the adjective phrase, adjective or the head?
Really,
Huh?
really, sir.
No.
Really.
Sure is the adjective, really is the pre-modifier.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. Sure is the adjective. Really is the pre-modifier. And I told you that most pre-modifiers are what?
They are also adjectives.
No, adverbs. They are
It's an
adverbs
adverb.
or degree adverbs. Really is a degree adverb. How sure means really sure. Okay, and this one is the complement, right? This one is the complement. So if you see, the structure is different now. In the first one, we have pre-modifier plus head and the complement. Here again, we have the pre-modifier, the head, adjective, and then the complement. So you have to do this. Otherwise, in exams, they will be asking you these things, that the underlying word is the pre-modifier, or the where is the head, or where is the complement. So all these you have to understand. So this was
Sir,
the
how will we differentiate between the complement and the post modifier, because they are seeming very
X.
much the same?
Very good question. Very good question. Excellent, right? Now, for example, if you see, I just told you this for her age. Now, look at this. For her age, okay? Now, it is a modifier, a post modifiers. Why? Because it tells us about this verb. See, he is
Yes.
advanced for her age. For her age is a prepositional phrase, and it is telling us how advanced. Remember, how advanced. It is working as an adverb. Remember, it is working as an adverb. It is a post modifier, and a pre-modifier always are adverbs. Remember, even a prepositional phrase is a post modifier, and a prepositional phrase can also tell us about the verb. Remember, but here, to volunteer is the complement. It is the complement. Why it is the complement? Because if you see, it is not telling us how willingly or how much willing. Do you understand now?
Sir, I'm confused.
Yes, it is confusing. So look at it, concentrate, that whenever it tells us about the degree of adjective, like how advanced, if I say very advanced, she is very advanced. So very is telling us about this advanced adjectives, that how advanced, very advanced. But here in this, are you willing to volunteer? Now, this volunteer is not telling us anything about this adjective willing. If I say, uh, are you, like, for example, he is very much willing, or he is very willing. So very will be the pre-modifier. So there is a difference. Like, for example, this to volunteer is not telling us about willing. Remember, to volunteer is telling us, it's a kind of infinitive, and it tells us about you, not willing. Is it clear now?
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, it's
Yes.
clear.
So
Thank you.
the easy way to identify is that whenever it is working as an adverb, it is a modifier, while if it's not working as an adverb, it is called a complement. And without a complement, it gives you a sense. But like, for example, without a post modifier, always working and with the adjectives, remember. Okay, so this was the structure. Now you will understand when we study these pre-modification and post-modification. Now remember, mostly these degree adverbs, like for example, almost, nearly, quite, just, to, enough, hardly, rarely, or completely, or extremely. These are adverbs. You know adverbs, right? I just told you that any word which modifies a verb or adjective or another adverb is called adverbs. So again, there are different kinds of adverbs. So these degree adverbs, they always work as post modifiers and pre modifiers. Like for example, I was pretty upset. So this upset is what? What is this upset?
Adjective.
Yes. And what is this pretty? Huh?
Adverb.
Adverb. And it, so we know that adverbs working as the pre-modifiers. Or for example, good is the adjective and extremely is the pre-modifier. So adverbs are working as pre-modifiers. Now there are adverbs or other adverbs, not degree adverbs. Like for example, seriously is not a degree adverb. Remember, it's not a degree adverb. It is adverb, but not a degree. So sometimes these other adverbs than adverbs of degree can also work as pre-modifier. Like for example, if I say seriously ill, so seriously is an adverb, but it is not a degree adverb, remember, or unusually silent, or wonderfully peaceful. Now, very will be a adverb of degree, but wonderfully is not a adverb of degree. So, adverbs other than these adverbs of degree can also be a post and a pre-modifiers. It's like this, right? I just told you that most degree adverbs are pre-modifiers or post-modifiers, but then there are these other adverbs than degree adverbs. They can also be post-modifiers and pre-modifiers. Now, pre-modification and gradability, right? Like most everyday adjectives are gradable. Gradable means that we put these adverbs with it, right? And we grade them. Like for example, tall. Now, how tall? Okay, very is an adverb, and it is a post modifier or a pre modifier.
Pre-modifier.
Yes, it's a pre modifier. Now, if you see in the next line, in the next sentence, he is this tall. Now, where is the adverb? Huh?
This.
Yes.
No,
Very
tall.
good. Very good. This is the adverb, or it is the pre-modifier. It is working as an adverb. Remember, this is not like here it is working as adverb or pre-modifier. Like how tall? This tall. In here we will kind of give an indication. Like for example, here we will say that this would be typically spoken with a gesture or indicating a specific height. Like for example, there is a very tall man and I say he is this tall. So I will indicate to that person that he is this tall, or indication to specific height. Do you get it? So this is means very. You can say very, or so it is working as an adverb. If you see this another one, he is over 2 meters tall. He is over 2 meters tall. Now here this meter is a noun phrase, remember, right? Like noun phrase meter. Okay, 2 meter. This is a noun phrase. 2 meters, right? But it is also working as a how tall? 2 meters tall. So 2 meters is working as a pre-modifier. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Or for example, the here, if you see this another one, he is so. Now so, okay. Or for example, to, or for example, as. Now these kind of adverbs takes a complement, right, to complete its meaning. Remember, so you cannot use so alone. In speaking, we use it. We say, she is so beautiful, but that is incomplete. Remember, you need to have a complement with it. You can say she is so pretty that everybody loves her, or he is so smart that he can pass any exams. So this one, he is so tall. Now, if you remove this one, it is not a complete sentence. So these kind of adjectives, for example, to or as or so, these adverbs takes a complement with it to complete its meaning. Like, for example, I can say he is very tall. It's a complete sentence. He is very tall. Okay. But I cannot say he is so tall. You have to wait for another phrase or clause to complete its sense. So if you remember, have we studied these relative conjunctions, the neither or nor or not only? You remember that, right? Please just say yes or no. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So and that is a correlative conjunctions as well. Okay. So these kind of adjectives take a complement with it. So if you see he is so tall, so pre-modification or complement, this will be, it will take a complement with it to complete its meaning, that he can touch the ceiling. Now, how tall is he? Tell me, answer me. How tall is he? Means that he can touch the ceiling. All right. How beautiful she is, that everybody loves her. Okay. Or how intelligent he is, that he can pass any exams. He is so intelligent that he can pass any exams. Or for example, this one, he is too tall to drive. What does that mean? Like, where is the adjective? Tall is the adjective and to is the adverb. Can you hear me, or do you have another class today? Please just tell me.
Yes, sir. I think we have a class.
Okay, just let me finish this, then you can go. So, did sir message you or what?
Sami, guess maybe Sami knows.
Okay, so if you see this, another one, he is as tall as his father. So see, now this one is different, right? As and as, okay? So it's working as comparative, like a comparative degree, comparative tall. Or for example, he is taller than his sister. Or how tall is he, or how tall he is. That is a question interrogative, and the other one is the exclamation. So I hope you understand this structure, that how can we use these different modifiers. So we talked about these pre-modification. So if you have time, we can study this post modification, or should we leave it for tomorrow? If you have a class, then you can go and we'll study it tomorrow or some other day. What do you say?
We will study it tomorrow, inshallah, sir.
So tomorrow we will have class. When I remember when I message you, then people tell me that your students, your classmates, they tell me that, sir, we have completed 3 hours credit hours, so we will not take class. So tomorrow we should
No,
take.
sir.
Yes. I mean, you have
I
already
suggest we should take class
tomorrow.
throughout the week.
Okay, so yes, throughout the week will be difficult, but tomorrow we will take class. Okay, so I'll send you this file. You just go and read it, and tomorrow when you come, you will ask me questions, and then we will
Sir,
talk about.
send the yesterday lecture as well.
Okay, okay, fine. I will do that. So tomorrow we'll talk about these modifications in detail. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. See you tomorrow then. Bye. Khuda Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.